as to deem homework as child labor. You see, during this time, America just had the Industrial Revolution, and the children yearned for the mind. So kids as young as 5 were playing Minecraft.
Child labor? I did a lot of child labor I ain't get paid for. United States. Listen, I was one of them kids, I never did homework. I remember in 3rd grade, my teacher gave me no recess for not doing my homework. All right. And I was upset. But then after that, I continued to never do homework because guess what? I got good grades on tests and assignments, and homework was only worth like 5 to 10% of your grade. So I'm not doing nothing when I get home. Now, if you're not as good on tests, I don't advise you to do that same thing. Okay. But the hell of homework. Let's see what this is about.
Father, slave abolitionist, but most importantly, education reformer. Mann spent a majority of his career changing the scope of American public school education to an overall better environment. You see, back then, teachers were slightly more dumb than they are now. Anybody could have been a teacher back then, even you. So Horace changed it to teachers have to be trained professionals for him to teach. Also, he wanted more girl teachers. No more teachers with sausages. He opted for a more diverse school environment. He wanted to equalize the learning experience for all kids so they can learn the same no matter the background. The man did a whole heap of advancements to the American education system that we still use to this very day. There's like 1,000 schools that are named after him, bro. This guy made a difference. The man basically made everything we know about modern American
I've never heard of this man in my life.
Education we do today.
Why so many? I never heard of a school with his name either. What's up with bro?
Including enforcing the worst mother thing to ever exist. Homework! This man did everything right for the education system, but with this one thing, he made everything wrong. I know you were a slave abolitionist advocating to end slavery and all, but bringing homework over to the U.S. might even be worse than slavery. You know how Oppenheimer made the first apology video?
If y'all can get rid of one thing, are y'all getting rid of homework or slavery? Which one? Y'all let me know.
After creating those nukes that were dropped on Japan? Well, imagine being this Frankenstein looking dude, ruining the childhoods of everybody in America. Homework is the worst thing to ever happen. And I'm going to try to explain every single minute detail on why not only it sucks, but it's useless. But for me to...
I don't know who invented math, but whoever invented math, that's a W person right there, okay? Math can literally teach you almost everything. Listen, we're advocates for math. Now, that person who created physics, you need to go. All right, you must be deleted from history. I don't care what type of butterfly effect happens from that, but it's just what we got to live with.
Explain that? Let's figure out why homework was created in the first place. Through a simple Google search, it says Robert Novellius, an Italian teacher, invented the whole concept of homework, and he assigned it to punish students who didn't demonstrate a good understanding of the lesson that was taught in class, or just lazy and disobedient students. He would punish them with homework. And yes, I might agree that homework was a worse punishment than being beat with a ruler, and I could just blame all my school misery on this guy. But when researching it, it also says he did this in 1905 or 1095. Now, I might not be a genius,
yeah, those are
but the 900
years apart.
Here. How he do this in 1905 or 1095? That's like 6 billion years apart. Is he a vampire? Is he related to Nicolas Cage? We'll never know. Because apparently there's no real evidence this Roberto Noodle guy even existed. So Google is giving me some false information. Now I gotta switch over to Bing.
Yo, Google making its own AI history is insanity, okay?
Now, the real reason on why homework was created dates back to ancient Rome in the 1st century AD. That's a few years after the Big Bang. The term homework can be traced back to this time, said by Pliny or Pliny the Younger, an oratory teacher. That's a teacher that teaches you how to talk to strangers. He believed the repetition and practice of speech would help students get better at their speaking skills. So he would often tell students to practice speaking at home, essentially homework. So homework was created for students to practice the subject. I mean, that was probably a no duh for most people watching. But the way this Pliny guy used it, it isn't really Homework. You know, sometimes teachers will tell you your homework is to study for the test the next day. And when they say that, in my head, they basically told me, I don't got homework. I'm not gonna study when I get home. I'm gonna be too busy playing Hello Kitty Adventure. Then I'm gonna study last minute on the bus ride to school the next day. Also studying a bit in homeroom before their class, and I'll still get away with a B-. You know? Hey, I'm happy with that. PP, the teacher's homework, wasn't really homework. It was a suggestion, like how dentists suggest that you brush your teeth twice a day. Don't tell me what to do. I brush my teeth once a week, tops. But obviously, homework has devolved since the time of Phineas and Ferb. Instead of studying, we have multiple choice sheets, written assignments, projects, reading whole textbook chapters of homework. Isn't that what class is for? Exactly. You assigning me textbook chapters to read as homework is basically telling me to go and teach myself. What am I here for? What are we doing here then?
I never studied a day in my life either, man. Showed up to the test. There were some days I showed up to them tests and said, yo, what is this? What is this? We still managed to get through it though. Now, have I gotten a 43 on the test before? Of course. I think the lowest grade I ever got on a test is somewhere in the 20s. Have I ever failed a grade? No. All right. Have I ever failed a class? No. But all it takes is that first 20 and I'm like, let me lock in before I tweak out. All right. And then I lock in. Math, easy. Science, easy. Language arts, I'm not reading no book at home. I don't know what you talking about. But I'm going to get the context clues and I'm going to be able to answer these open-ended questions on this test. Okay? But social studies, that rogue learning, who cares about 1812? The first shot to start the Civil War was in Lexington. Yes, I know it now. But back then, why am I going to remember that?
I might as well be at home playing with my Hello Kitty. I remember I had this one teacher that would basically assign essays to type every class as homework with a minimum word count of like 300.
Hey, chat, if y'all want to get through word count, you pull out your iPhone. I don't know if Android got it. I'm pretty sure. You know what I'm saying? You go to your notepad. You hit new notes. You hit new notes just like this, chat. And then you click right here. Right here, you click this little thing, okay? And you say, look, the story that we read today was about a young man that is from Boston, Massachusetts, and opened a bakery. His father didn't believe in him becoming a superstar, so he forced him to work at the bakery every day. The kid believed in his own dreams, so he saved up just enough money so that he could buy studio equipment to go in his house. Now look, I'm not gonna lie. That's like 60, 70 words right there. You know what I'm saying? Well, maybe like 50 words. You can't tell me you can't type a 300-page essay or a 300-word essay. You could type that in 10 minutes, chat. You ain't got to type nothing. Talk the whole thing. Don't say I ain't never teach y'all nothing. As soon as Siri came out, I never typed another essay in my life. All right?
Don't take honors history.
They say work hard, not smart, bro. Or work smart, not hard. And I'm not working hard. I'm working smart.
Worst mistake of my life. Homework now is just an overload of mandatory tasks that when combined with every other class that assigns it, you're looking at a whole behemoth booty load of exhaustion you have to do every night. And all this new age of homework is still looked at as practice of what you're already learning. But in this day and age, how is homework practice? Practice for what exactly? How fast can I Google the answer to this question? How fast can Photomath scan this math equation and give me the answer with work? How fast can I find a Quizlet that has every single answer to every single question on?
Oh, they got a thing called GPT. Exactly, bro. Can type the whole thing for you.
Any English or science assignment in order? This is no longer practicing or studying these subjects. We just copying and pasting. Especially nowadays with stuff like ChatGPT and all its alternatives, where we can get whole essays about feet typed to us in a second for free. Homework in general is just obsolete, or at least its intended purpose of making us study and practice is. Homework is just needless work. Stop assigning
There's
it.
Lord,
I bet
Poppy
you teachers would
Playtime.
like that too. It gives you
Oh,
less
we can
work
watch
to
some
go
Resident
through
Evil
and
lore. I
grade.
wanna watch
I
that.
know some of you teachers complain about the amount of work you do. Then y'all just give out more homework, essentially giving us more work for me and you. Do you like to suffer? Is that what you like? Suffering? Speaking of eternal damnation, let me talk about how even people back then agreed with what I'm saying. In the early 1900s, big-time publications like the New York Times and Ladies' Home Journal published articles on how homework can affect the health and mental state of a child negatively. The articles basically showed, you see that kid right there? That's your child on homework. These articles caused an outrage against the schools in the West, and California being California, it did something insane. But for the first and only time, a good kind of crazy. In 1901, California banned homework for kids under 15. You thought it could never be done, but faith has been restored. Skip some years, and in 1923, the American Child Health Association formed, and they also thought homework was bad for the brain. And in the 1930s, they even went as far as to deem homework as child labor. You see, during this time, America just had the Industrial Revolution, and the children yearned for the mind. So kids as young as 5 were playing Minecraft.
Child labor? I did a lot of child labor I ain't get paid for. United States? Huh? Boy, ain't no way. Boy, ain't no way. I need compensation. I need compensation. Boy, I get compensation for the child labor I did, plus my black reparations. I'm balling. I'm gonna be balling.
Craft in real life. And by the 1930s, a bunch of laws had sadly been signed against child labor, but recently for it. And since these laws were being passed, the ACHA thought it was a great opportunity to finally get rid of homework once and for all. Obviously, that didn't work out. And about that California bill, that also didn't last long. That only lasted like 10 years. Like everything in California, the fun only lasts a second. Then you're homeless. There's more to this American homework story, but we all know the ending because we're living in it. ACHA were the only group of people that understood that we were being worked to the bone over this work. How not only it was hurting us, but it was destroying our minds.
I didn't even know photo math was a thing, but they used to have this thing called Cha-Cha. It was a texting service, 242-242. You texted a question and they gave you the answer, okay? You text Cha-Cha, yo, who was the president in 1738? And it's going to tell you, it texts you back, boy. I was using Cha-Cha for everything. What is a covalent bond, Cha-Cha? Was getting them answers, boy. Stop playing with me.
Yet our government failed the people's needs once again. The hours and nights of work I had to do just so my grade could go up 0.0.
You said if you need to send a paragraph to your girlfriend because she needs reassurance, pull up. Hey, chat, we should do that. We should slide in. We should slide in DMs using chat GPT. Hey, if any other YouTuber do this video, bro, I just want y'all to know I'm running in your crib because clearly I came up with it. Okay, sliding in girls' DMs using Chat GPT.
0.02%, and for some reason go down 50% if I didn't do an assignment. The amount of stress that brings a student, it's deadly. I've already described why homework is useless, terrible, and gave my firstborn cancer. It's a punishment that would be beyond my comprehension if it didn't exist. I hate homework so much. I want it abolished, almost as much as I want stealing from Walmart to be legal. And in my world it is, but let's not right now. But what's the replacement of homework if it were to get banned? What will take its place? I'ma tell you. Actual studying. Homework would be you studying all the notes and what you went over in class. So the practice part of homework would actually work. And I know some people are thinking, nah, you a liar, man. You just said whenever studying was your homework, you're gonna go and play Hello Kitty Adventure.
True.
You can't fool me. Yeah, and the reason for that is because every other night I'm doing back break.
Bro, I'm never studying. I never studied. I went to school, came home, did not touch my book bag until the next morning, boy. I promise you, we outside hooping, we doing something else. I get to school, pay attention, photographic memory. You know what I'm saying?
And homework. The only reason I play video games that day is because it's essentially my day off. That's why. If I was assigned to study every day as homework for every class, I would probably still play video games, not gonna lie. But it would motivate me more to study. Maybe after clocking in 5 hours on the 10 dogs, I'ma feel a little slumped. Then I'ma remember, oh yeah, I got school tomorrow. Then study for like 5 minutes, you know? Better than nothing. You know what's really better? Copying and pasting an hour worth of homework, learning nothing, or that 5 minutes every day where I learn and practice 5 minutes of stuff and actually remember. I think we both know the answer. It's a better system, man. I'm telling you, it's a win-win on both sides. The teacher and student get less work while class grade averages go up. Also, to any student that would still fail their classes with this system, nah, you just dumb, bro. Sorry. You still failing when there's no homework, bro. You're the one with the doodoo for brains. Just transfer, bro. I got the perfect place for you. And that is my reasoning why homework is hell on earth and my solution to that problem. Thank you. Thank you. And to any kids watching this right now, show this video to your teacher and tell them to watch it, because I just gave them the most convincing reason on why homework is terrible. I'm about to change their brains. I made sure not to cuss or say anything dirty in this video so you won't get in trouble. And if they watch this and still give you homework, jump them! Jump them! I'm just kidding. Just put a grenade in their desk when they're not looking. Yeah,
Hey, look, in America, you cannot make that joke, because, boy, you gonna get them kids sent to an institution, boy.
homework is dookie, and that's all I wanted to say. And in conclusion,
thanks for gaining this. Hey, W video, man. Listen, to all my homework doers, you know what I'm saying? One thing you should never do is go to school the next day and ask the teacher the one question that will get you jumped after class. And you know what the question is. Are you going to collect the homework? Why would you ask that? Huh? Why? What's the purpose? You did it. If she collects it, you turn it in. If she don't collect it, you learned. Okay? Them is the worst kids in class. Are you going to collect the homework from last night? Boy, I almost got ISS so many times. I was about to put hits on. Let me stop, okay? Because we're talking about school and America's in a crisis right now.